Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into the Auburn Blitz here on this Monday for your lunch hour. We're glad that you've joined us wherever it is that you're tuning us in, whether it be on social media or on Charter Channel 701 or Channel 80, wherever it is. We appreciate it. Brett and Faith here with you for your lunch hour, and we can't thank you enough. We can't thank Russell Do It Center and Building Supply Stores, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation, and
Sense Green for air that's cool and clean.
You say that with such a smile. You love saying that, don't you?
I love Sense Green.
Sense Green is it just kind of rolls off the tongue there. So, and look, with the temperatures the way they're going, you're going to want cool and clean air. I can promise you that. Boy, we're about to hit summertime wide open.
About to be melting.
Hey, let me just say this to start. You and I had Daigle Wilson on this morning from Orange Beach, Auburn softball signee and phenomenal person. If you didn't get a chance to watch the podcast this morning, please go back and watch that. She's awesome. And Auburn's getting a gem in her, not only athletically, but just as a person. That's the kind of people you want in your program. Talked to her dad after she got off the podcast, and he just thanking us for what we've done. And I didn't say this on the podcast, but I think that's her first official interview as an Auburn Tiger, because officially her Orange Beach high school career is over, and man, what a career that was. Good
what a
Lord.
Career. 5 back-to-back state championships for the 4A class, and they are a 2A school competing in 4A, and I mean, she's seriously just one of the nicest people. Has a great heart, very sweet girl, very mature for her age, and she was just awesome. So go back and watch that from this morning, because she's excited to work with the Malvos. She's told us about her past 5 years winning state championships. I'm like, that's crazy.
What's something that Michael Jordan hasn't done? Win 5 championships in a row. He didn't win 5 state championships either in a row in basketball. Again, just a great interview. Appreciate her taking time out, winning another one. Again, pressure. Always the next one's the most important. And I know she was very grateful for what she had, but just trying to finish out an unbelievable career. But they finished the season 46-2. They defeated Curry High School 9-2. It was 2-2 in the fourth there, Faith. It got a little antsy, but Orange Beach did in that game what you and I saw them do down in Orange Beach against Satsuma in an area game. They were down, and you and I and Maddie were all going, man, we're about to leave because they're about to get eliminated, and they are not going to interview anybody here. We got to get to the car as fast as possible, but they scored 9 runs in 1 inning and kind of eliminated all that angst that we had. So,
can we talk about the stat that she holds in the nation?
Yeah, and that's, again, you need to tune into the podcast to hear her side of things. But she's been hit by a pitch 50 times.
50.
She had to end it on an even number. She was at 49, and when we talked about it, she said, actually, I got hit again. So I'm at 50. Like, the nearest person to her is like 38. And I'm talking about national record. I'm not talking about, a state record. This is in the nation. She's been hit more than anybody. So you'll have to find out why she's been hit so many times, what she thought she was the reason why. I won't give that away. So you got to tune in. Got to go back and watch the podcast. By the way, 6,000 subscribers and counting now Appreciate all of you out there. I don't understand the views either. We got people, we'll look up and one of our videos has 1,400 views, and then the next day it's got 300, and it fluctuates. So I'm not even going to try to figure that out. Somebody out there, I'm sure, will have a comment about that and give us some insight into, we got a lot of people that will definitely share their opinion, and that's fine. But again, we just want to continue to spread the word and ask for all of you to continue to help us spread the word. But Daigle Wilson, phenomenal person, phenomenal athlete. Auburn getting a great one there in Daigle Wilson to add to that softball team. And I guess we'll start there since we're talking about softball. We got a lot that we want to talk about on the show today. Going to get to some comments about Hugh Freeze here in just a minute, or from Hugh Freeze, not about Hugh Freeze, but what Hugh Freeze said last week at the Regions tournament up in Birmingham. And then you and I saw him on Thursday down in Montgomery at the Jimmy Rain. I saw you kind of thinking back, like, what day was that?
I don't even know what today is, guys. I'm really sorry. I promise I'm not.
It all runs together. It really does. I mean, all the things.
When did we see him? When was that?
Right. And then
when was the tournament, and when did we? I don't know.
It just kind of all merges together. But some comments that he said that's really drawn a lot of. Look, it's drawn some positive and negative reactions from Auburn fans, and we'll go through some of those here in just a minute. But finishing up with softball, Auburn softball, they did everything they could to win that regional down in Tallahassee. Didn't get off to a good start, losing a close one to South Florida. They come back and they win a game pretty convincingly. On the next day, and then they have to turn around and play South Florida again that afternoon. This time they knocked South Florida off because Florida State had beaten them, so it got them back into the losers bracket, and they met, and Auburn gave South Florida their second loss, which set up yesterday's matchup between Auburn and Florida State. Florida State had to lose twice. That's the positive of winning your first two games. Auburn beats Florida State 8-3 and sets up that final game, and puts some pressure on Florida State. And Florida State, number 5 in the country, I think they were 48-9 on the season. Auburn was 35-23. Now they're 35-24. So Florida State been one of the best teams in the country all year, and Auburn goes and wins that first one, forces game 2, and then they lose 4-0. They had their chance, Faith. They had bases loaded in the 5th. Florida State was only up 2-0, and you kind of felt like that was going to be their chance. You better score right there, and they couldn't play it any runs. So Florida State added a couple more. But hey, look, the first year for Chris and Kate Malveaux, I thought, man, they ended the season as scrappy as anybody, in the country.
Yeah, I mean, you saw how hard they fought towards the end, and they had a really great first run of the season before conference play started. So, I think it's just the conference. It's a hard one. They've been in it for a while, but also it takes a minute to adapt and learn your players and learn your coaches as the players kind of are growing. And, what Daigle said about she was recruited under different coaches.
Right.
And now with the Malveaux, I mean, she said that just the way that they are so different as coaches, but they gel and connect so well too, and they're always on the same page. And a lot of that probably has to do with their chemistry as they are partners. But yeah. I think taking this year, and it wasn't even a bad year, but taking this year, learning the girls, learning just kind of more about Auburn. I'm excited and I'm impressed, but I'm excited to see what they could do next year too.
I think what you said is very important. It wasn't a bad year, but that's not why they came to Auburn. They didn't come here to go, well, we didn't have a bad year. They came here to turn this program back around and make it a national powerhouse where Clint Myers took this softball program. And I really believe with their ability to recruit and their relationships with players and how and their style, which is unique, really is a draw for a lot of girls. And so yeah, I expect them to take even a bigger step next year. I think they're going to talk about that in the offseason. They're going to talk about the players they'll have returning and the players that they're recruiting into this program, like Daigle Wilson, that's going to continue to raise the bar. And so when you add a bunch of Daigle Wilsons to your team, you're going to get better. She only knows how to win.
Get a lot of injured players if you're going to add a lot of Daigle Wilsons.
That's right. She's not afraid of the softball, that's for sure. But you think about infusing your culture with someone like her who knows nothing but winning. Like, and the thing about getting into the SEC is you're going to lose. I mean, you're not going to run the table in anything. And so that'll be a learning curve for her. But she, like she said in the interview this morning, she's not going to ever quit. She's going to fight to the final pitch or whatever. And, that's just a testament of the program that she comes from. We talk about it all the time in football, Faith. The Graysons, the Colquitt Counties, the Thompsons, those programs, they breed success, and you go recruit players from those programs that know nothing but winning. It's a winning mindset. It's a winning culture. And when they bring that to Auburn, they expect the same thing. It's not like they go, oh, well, I'm going to lower my expectations. They come here with a championship mindset.
But they're also going there with the being recruited, being told, hey, your success at my program that I'm building, that we're going to make a winning program, your mindset, your success, everything is going to be a big contribution to becoming a successful program, a successful team, individual player, everything. So I think Daigle is a perfect addition to this team. And again, just how loud she is without actually being loud, just the way that she's such a good person, and her actions off the field too are just really important things, I think, for the program and just the way that she'll contribute.
Expectations, like you said earlier, coming from a good family, you have high expectations for yourself, and then that permeates everybody else. And winners want to be around other winners. They don't want to bring they don't want to be around a bunch of losers. And and when you stack your team with a bunch of kids that only know how to win, it's only going to make you a better program. So, all right, we're up against our first break here on the Auburn Blitz. A lot to talk about. When we come back, we'll talk about Coach Freeze's comments, get your thoughts on that and see what you think. Is it something to worry about? Is it whatever? We'll get your thoughts on the other side of this break. Stay tuned. More to come here on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz here on this Monday. 45 minutes left in the show today, brought to you by Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply Stores, J. Smith Construction and Excavation, and
Sense of Green for hair that's cool and clean.
Wade's proud of you on that. I know he is.
Uncle T-Bone.
Yep.
He's trained me well.
He has trained you well. All right. Auburn football, OVs this past weekend. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on, but Coach Freeze, you and I had a chance to really have an in-depth conversation with him on Thursday at the Jimmy Rain Foundation Scholarship Banquet, which was awesome, by the way. We had a great time there. We appreciate the hospitality from the foundation and allowing us to come and be there with Coach Pearl and get some comments from him. And so it was a great event overall, but you and I had a chance to talk to Coach Freeze one-on-one probably for about 10 minutes. Actually to the point where he was almost late getting in the other room. And I was like, all right, Coach, I think you got to get over to the other room. But we were kind of in depth and talking about some recruiting and some things that were coming up this past weekend. But then the comments that he had on another show from this past week up at the Regions golf tournament kind of struck a chord with people, I would say. Some have said, look, it ain't no big deal. I don't think he said anything wrong. I don't think he said anything that should worry you. And then other people are like, maybe the response he had was a little bit nonchalant and a little bit maybe not what Auburn fans expect, from a coach and a program that's had 4 losing seasons. He hasn't had 4 losing seasons, but he has the last 2 years. Maybe the sense of urgency wasn't there in his comments, Faith. And if people haven't heard them, I'll try to sum them up.
Hear it, Brett.
Try to sum it up. But he opened up by saying, I think and it was Lance Taylor on the opening round or the next round, I believe, said, Coach, do you feel a little bit more pressure this year to win football games? And he said, well, I'm not a fool. I know we got to get to a bowl game this year. And I think right out of the gate, that kind of was did I hear that right? I think, getting to a bowl game at this point is not the expectation. Now, again, if you want to put things in perspective, you're coming off 4 losing seasons. Yeah. Would the goal be to get to a bowl game? Yeah. But this isn't a roster when you look at this schedule that you go, oh, well, we need to get to a bowl game. I mean, we're way past that. I mean, you and I have talked about for 2 months on this show and the podcast about how do we get 8, 9, maybe 10 wins and possibly be a playoff team. Well, I mean, that's what I think Auburn fans wanted to hear Coach Freeze say. I think they wanted to hear him say, we have built this right. And I'll talk about what he said about the roster in a minute. And we have, and he has. We ain't done anything. The coaches have. They've built this roster to a point where he feels like even one more recruiting class would make him feel like they're 100% there. But he knows that there's urgency to win, but it didn't come out that way, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I think after when we talked to him, because that came out on.
That was before we talked to him on Thursday. I think that happened on Tuesday or Wednesday. It was actually on Wednesday when that happened. And then on Thursday we saw.
Regardless, I hadn't seen it until after. I think until on Friday.
The Regions tournament was before the Jimmy Rain deal and period. So I do know that for 100%.
Yeah, but my point being, didn't see that before.
Right.
So when I saw that after we talked to him, I was very shocked because the way that we were talking with him it sounded like we were doing, number one, the most recruiting that Auburn's done in a very long time in the best manner, but also just we do have a stacked room in each and every position.
Some unproven rooms, but stacked rooms.
But again, this is the coach that is talking about this, where he's seen these guys and he's practiced with them and all that stuff. So hearing the comments after talking to him, I was very confused. I think just because that was not what I thought he said it all to us. And, you can say, Faith, you're crazy. I don't know. But to me, at least, I did not see him saying, we just are going to make it to a bowl game this year. That's not what I heard from him.
No, it didn't sound like that at all. And I think that's what kind of threw both of us for a loop the next day when we saw that clip come out. And again, that clip is what went all over the internet. His conversation with me and you, and he asked us not to share some things, and we didn't, and that's, again, you want to have established trust with the team and the coach. There's some guys out there that have broken that trust in the past, and they're on the outside looking in. And once you ever break trust like that, you never get anything anymore. So when a coach or anybody for that matter asks you to keep some things under wraps until later on, you do that just out of courtesy and respect and relationships and all that kind of stuff. But no, the conversation that you and I had with him on Thursday was not what he said to them earlier in the week at the Regions tournament. And I don't know that if it just didn't come out right, I don't think Coach Freeze has a mentality of let's just go win 6 games and get to a bowl game. Because I think you and I have talked about this, and we went over the survey that 24/7 put out a few weeks ago. And majority of the fans that took that survey said, 8 wins for Auburn?
Yeah, 8 or 9 wins.
Right. At 6 wins, you're talking about a guy that may be losing his job. I hate to say it that way.
That's the thing where I'm just confused, is because we've talked about who's been on the hot seat. I think we talked about this all the way back in January, and about coaches on the hot seat, and I think he was on the hot seat.
He is on the hot seat.
Is on the hot seat. And I just don't know if it didn't come out the right way or what, but
then he came on, then he followed it up with another comment that we'll talk about on the other side of this break, because we're about to be at our break, and I don't want to start that and carry that over. So we're going to take another break here on the Auburn Blitz. We'll come back. We'll continue talking about some of the comments for Coach Freeze, from this past week, and we'll see what you guys think about them. Stay tuned. More of the Auburn Blitz coming your way right after this.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe. Call Sensagreen.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event. From tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event. Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz, halfway through our show today. And again, we want to thank all of our sponsors. We also want to thank Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine, who is also a great partner of ours here on the Auburn Blitz. Man, we had a great night this past week on Thursday night was it Thursday night?
Wednesday.
It was Wednesday night. Man, it is. We can't get it straight. We had so much stuff going on, but we were there on Wednesday night for an Outlive event for Coach Pearl. And, Pepper Tree never disappoints. And all that money went to families of people that are fighting cancer. And Coach Pearl talked about it a little bit. It was a great event, so stay on the lookout for more great events. But Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine was a great host for that event. And as we're talking right now, Bruce Pearl is having his golf tournament at Wicker Point this afternoon. So, I know several people here in around the Lake Barn area are down at Wicker Point participating in that golf tournament, and it's always a fun event. Coach Pearl always very hospitable and always willing to spend some time with the media and with us. And so another great event that he's hosting. Man's busy, Faith's all I can tell you.
Yeah, there's no doubt. When we saw him on Thursday, after you saw him on Wednesday, not even 24 hours later, Yeah, he's busy, but he loves it. And I think that's what's making this all worthwhile and so much fun for him is he loves it. He craves the rush. And again, he's a good guy that wants to do things for others.
No doubt. Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine on East Glen and in Pepper Tree in Montgomery. Go check them out for the best selection of steaks, pork chops, ribs, tuna steaks, tiger tails. Just keep going.
I'm getting hungry.
Every single thing. Go by Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Thank you so much for being partners with us out there. We appreciate them. All right, going back to Coach Freeze's comments. He followed that up with, whatever happens will take care of itself. He's blessed that he's got, the opportunity to coach at a university like Auburn, and he's got his family here and his $2 and all that. That also ruffled feathers because some people said, well, I mean, he's saying that whatever happens, whatever the outcome is, he's good with it. And, it's like it just didn't come out right. I mean, I hate to say it that way, and I'm not trying to stir up junk, and this is not us breaking this. This has been out for a week now, or at least for 4 or 5 days. It just seems like that it just was not the response that the fan base was looking for from a guy that is, like you said just a minute ago, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, on the hot seat.
Yeah, I think it's hard, especially to hear that after I think that was kind of the big turning point that, it's like if you either listen to the whole thing, you were even more upset. But if you listen to that first part, you were like, what did he just say? And then turn it off. But I think that second part is kind of where it was, okay, you're happy here in Auburn, no matter the outcome, no matter what's the outcome. Is the outcome losing? Is the outcome
me getting fired? That's what it came off to me as. It said, whatever happens, I'm okay with it. That's what he said.
And I don't think he probably meant that at all.
I don't think he did. But
I do think that's kind of what it looked like to some people. And of course, everybody wants to go and nitpick, and everybody wants to overanalyze, and everyone wants everyone to be mad.
And maybe he said, and going back to the first comment about, I'm not a fool. I know we got to get to a bowl game. Maybe comes out as like, hey, I know we've had 4 losing seasons in a row. Let's get over the hump and get to a bowl game. We haven't been to a bowl game around here in quite some time. And I get that part too, but that is not where the mindset of this fan base.
Bowl game, and then you want to.
Is that really the picture you want to portray?
Shooting for the moon, shooting for the stars.
You and I are saying the same exact thing. I mean, it just sounds like a defeatist goal.
It just sounds like somebody, and I don't think he's okay with losing, but it sounds like somebody that knows they're already going to lose or something like that. And I don't think that's
bingo. I think you just hit it. It's like, it came out like, hey, yeah, I want to win, but it's kind of, I think you just nailed it. I really think you just said what everybody else is thinking that he said. I really do. I think you just nailed it on the head. I think
I'm gonna be the one that gets clipped or something saying that.
That's fine. Because it's exactly what I thought too. But I think maybe he needs to come back and reiterate, maybe in a follow-up interview, maybe on our program, maybe get Coach Freeze on here in the next couple of weeks and tell him, or let him, I ain't telling him to do anything. He can tell everybody really what he meant on that. And maybe he comes back and doubles down on those comments and says, look, I meant what I said. And if it is, then so be it. Then Auburn people got to live with it. But it just seems like with all the attention on recruiting and what's been done, and like you said, building this roster, that's not what everybody was anticipating hearing. And, he said there should have been, and then he corrected himself, could have been games that they won last year. And Lord knows you don't want me to go back through that again. How many times have I done this woulda, coulda, shoulda on this program to the point I know you're ready to just go jump off a bridge. There are 4 or 5 games that Auburn could have won if some things had happened differently coaching-wise and some mistakes that were made by players. But, you know, I go back and say this again, Faith. He made the decision to ride with Peyton Thorne. We all have to live with our decisions in this life. And you can't run from them. And he doubled down and said, this is our guy. We're riding with him. And it's not all Peyton Thorne's fault. But when you got to week 3 and you started having a carousel of quarterbacks coming in, you already knew at that point that the season was kind of shot, because he started second-guessing himself at that point. And that was a guy he rode with all in the offseason. And when you start second-guessing yourself, man, you see what happens.
Are we up against another
Yeah,
break?
we are up against another break. I was going to say that exact same thing. I'll let you have some time to think about that and share some more thoughts from your side. I thought you nailed it, though. It's all you, Faith. All right, up against another break here on the Auburn Blitz. Stay tuned. More to come right after this.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We are located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life. EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Couple segments left on the show today. We appreciate all the comments out there. Again, we recorded this yesterday, so again, if we're not responding, that's why. Don't hate on us. But hey, we do want to say thank you to everybody for helping us get over 6,000 subscribers on our podcast, on our YouTube channel. So again, really, really appreciative for all of that, and gotten some really good comments here lately from people, and we really do appreciate it. We do put a lot of time and effort into this, believe it or not. I know some people maybe think that we just don't, but we do put a lot of time into this every single day, and we stay really, really busy. We want to bring you some unique things about Auburn athletics, not just the same cookie cutter stuff, and not a cut on anybody else, but it really is not. It's just that we want to try to look for different avenues and things for people for us to bring you. So thankful for all of you out there. All right, Faith, just finishing up on those comments with Coach Freeze. Again, I think sitting here in May, you can think too much into things. I know that Coach Freeze knows that it's urgent that Auburn get this program turned around. I just think that the tone of the way it came off maybe rubbed some Auburn fans the wrong way, in the fact that they thought, well, maybe he just doesn't feel the urgency. And he said that. He said, I don't feel a lot of – he said that too. Let me go back and add that. He said, I don't feel some added pressure this year to win games. I just – so it did come out like in 3 phases in that interview that he's like, look, man, we're going to go out and coach as hard as we can, and we're going to do the best we can, but I'm not, I'm going to be accepting of the outcome, whatever it is. I mean, and maybe that's the realistic way to look at it. Maybe that is reality, but not from fans that are hungry like Auburn fans, where we've been, in my lifetime and yours, have never had 4 losing seasons in a row.
It's like we're in a drought. It's like we're in a hole, and you're trying to dig out, but you're digging deeper because it's raining and there's mud now. So that's what it feels like. And that's the only way I can describe it. The rain is my tears. To know if we're going to be okay with whatever the outcome is.
I don't know where you came up with this analysis, but I mean, kudos.
Is it wrong?
The drought to the mud to your tears and everybody else's tears.
The rain,
right.
drought is helping. It's my tears, but it's doing the wrong thing.
Yep, it's making a mess. So.
Right. And if we're just going to be okay with losing again.
Well, I think Auburn fans and everybody else.
I don't think anybody wants that.
They don't. I mean, you don't want to start accepting mediocrity. And going, oh, well, and I'll say this, and I know this may piss some people off, but I mean, Auburn fans, we have some Auburn fans that refuse to take the orange and blue glasses off sometimes and see reality. And they will go, well, you're just a little bit harsh. We don't need to say that. We need to love everybody, and we're an Auburn family and all. And I'm fine with all that stuff. But when you've lost for 4 straight years, and you grew up watching the football that I watched with Auburn, this is not acceptable, period. And especially at the money that gets spent and the amount of investment that gets put into facilities and the things like that. If we're going to talk about ROI, then we're not getting an ROI on the investment that we're putting in. And you can say, well, everybody else is doing that now. Well, that's fine. But does that mean that everybody else is doing that now, that we should just be accepting of taking steps backwards? No, it shouldn't be.
I was at school during those 4 straight losing seasons.
Well, now you're out, so maybe.
If anybody doesn't have an ROI, I was out of state.
Now, you've had some pretty doggone good basketball seasons.
Brett, okay, I'm not talking about, I'm sorry, I also didn't camp outside for basketball,
true.
okay? I had class to go to.
Yeah.
So that my father could get the ROI.
That was a hard enough. That was a whole nother subject I didn't mean to bring up, but no, you're right.
I paid out of state tuition here. Okay, if my dad sees that, I didn't. Daddy, thank you. But when the out of state tuition student is seeing that we're losing, and where's my money going while we just had a couple $1 million facility, just what's happening?
Yeah, I don't know.
Seriously.
We're all sick of it. We get tired of talking about potential. I told you, and you and I have kidded about this. Missouri. That's what I was about to say. Show me. I mean, let's quit analyzing every game. You know, you and I are going to be at that Baylor game, and look, let's just call it like it is. That game's going to set the tone for how the rest of the season goes.
If I hear Walker White one more time.
Well, he's not going to play in that game.
But the way he talks so disrespectfully about Auburn.
Well, I mean, like, he had his chance. If he were worth a darn, okay, he would have found a way to get on the field this year, right?
So let's just let him keep running his mouth.
So, I mean, you had Peyton Thorne ahead of you. I mean, I'm not trying to take a shot, but, I mean, it just – you couldn't beat him out when he threw 4 picks. And, you know, and then Hank Brown comes in, and you never really were an option, man. I mean, I hate it. And then we were all pulling for him. I mean, we were like –
we all were.
When are we going to see Walker White?
Yeah, but I just don't get why he was running his mouth after.
I mean, somebody that was relegated to 4-string transfers and then start saying, oh, I can't wait till we hand Auburn their first – I mean, dude, you were so far down the bench that – even in cleanup games, you couldn't get in. That last game that we played against whoever it was last year, I can't remember, that was before the Alabama game, that he comes in and at the end of the game, like he didn't even get – I don't even think he got a full quarter. But I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm just here to say that I'm not going to spend a lot of time on a guy that's talking – when we know he's not going to play and was 4-string on this past team that he just left. Okay. So let's talk about something else that actually matters. But we know the Baylor game is going to set the tone for the rest of the year. We all know that. And you better win it. That's all I can say. You and I coming back from that game.
3-3 in the first 6 games. And literally up until the 6th game of the season, everybody can come back and quote me on this. But if we go 3-3, first of all,
it's going to be a lot of tension. If we go 3-3 and those, I mean,
Brett, you're going to have to deal with just. I'm going to be a monster, I think.
Well, you're going to be dealing with another monster. It's going to be the both of us. It's not going to be happy times for anybody. It's going to be a lot of miserable Auburn beat writers and media and fans and everything. But now, again, that stretch coming up after that is very favorable for Auburn. But again, if they go 3-3, it's going to be hard to get to 8 or 9 wins, period.
Yeah. Are you kidding?
Going to be very hard to get to 8 or 9 wins if they start the season at 3-3. So, all right, that is our take on that. We're going to take our final break on the show. Stay tuned. One final segment coming up right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Buying a home or property can be the biggest investment of your life. The Wisdom Firm is licensed to close any property purchase in the entire state of Alabama. The offices on both Bent Creek Drive in Auburn and Highway 49 South at beautiful Lake Martin. The Wisdom Firm has you covered. Give Travis and his team a call at 334-826-0722 or check them out at www.auburnlegal.com for all your real estate closing needs. No representation is made that the quality of legal services is greater than the quality of legal services made by other attorneys.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Are you ready to showcase your skills and compete with the best in Alabama? The 42nd Alabama State Games are coming to Birmingham and Jefferson County from June 13th through the 15th, and it's your chance to be part of something incredible. Athletes from across the state will compete in sports ranging from archery to wrestling. Those participating in the opening ceremony are eligible for academic scholarships ranging from $500 to $5,000. Mark your calendar. Registration opens March 1st. Visit allagames.com. Welcome back, everyone. Final segment here on the Auburn Blitz, brought to you by Russell Do It Center and Building Supply Stores with 9 locations throughout Central Alabama for all your construction supply needs, all your home decor needs, everything that you're looking for. They've got it. Make sure to check them out. They have a great location in Auburn, one of their newest locations. If you've not been by that store, you're missing out. It's gorgeous. Go check them out. They can beat the big box store on everything. J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big or too small. From residential to commercial, they'll come out and do the job site prep for you and get you going, whatever your project is. And
Sensagreen for air that's cool and clean. Call them Sensagreen.
they're going to record you saying that like that, and then just going to start playing that on their commercials.
They should, because I love Sensagreen.
Well, they're spin.
This is a smile you can't fake.
You literally get pumped up about saying that.
I really do. And I just seriously love all of them over there. They're just the best people.
They are really good people.
So I can't complain. I love them.
And you're going to get good service when you buy a carrier unit from them. And so we do look, the good thing about us with all of our partners on our programs, man, we love every one of them, man. And we're invested with them. I mean, we do our business with them.
Lie. I'm a really bad liar. Brett knows. I literally can't lie.
Can't hide anything.
It's a really good trait I have, I think, but also it's really good for y'all because I quite honestly cannot lie when it comes to the people that we're dealing with.
You
so
honestly cannot lie. I love that.
Oh,
honestly,
yeah.
If you're honest, you're not
My
lying.
name can't be Faith, and I can't lie.
I said that to you the other day, and you're like, I never really thought about that. I said, you cannot have the name Faith
and be a liar.
And be a liar. I mean, that's such a
man, I don't know. That'd be the ultimate hypocrite, I guess.
So bless up. We love our partners here.
We do. So if we want to save $1,000, I don't know how we got into that, but if you want to save thousands of dollars on your air conditioning unit, call on Sense of Green. They'll come in and install it for you, and then they'll cut that power bill down. And let me tell you something, when that unit runs the way it does in the summer, that power bill goes up. So make sure if you've got a great, efficient unit like a carrier unit, you don't have to worry about that. All right. Some quick updates on OVs from this. We talked about it on the podcast this morning, but we talked about Bodney Cleveland, Tank Jones, Jay Lamar, three guys that we focused on last week. If you have not gone to our YouTube channel and seen the Tank Jones interview yet, or any of Faith's on the front row features, shame on you. That's all I'm going to tell you. I don't know what else to say. She's getting around to all of these top recruits here in the state, and we'll have all 10 of them by the end of June. I don't know how
all 11 actually.
We'll actually have we've done more. We went and gave you more than just 10. We went and got 11. We will have 11 before it's all said and done. But Tank Jones is a priority for Auburn. Number 2 player in the state, according to 24/7. You've also sat down with Sadarian Morgan, the number 1 player in the state right here, Benjamin Russell. And then you've talked to, several other guys, and you got another one coming out. But Jaquez Wilt came out this past week from Wadley, and, man, that was one outstanding interview. And you said it last week. You thought it may be your favorite to this point.
Yeah, I think so. I think it might be my favorite so far. Just seriously, he was one of the nicest kids so far. I mean, they've all been great. Seriously, all of them have been really, really nice. But there was just something special about this kid. And also, we had some technical difficulties. And
the wind.
Him being able to just laugh. Yeah, the wind. Mother Nature. But him being able to laugh through it all, I think it really loosened him up. And also, I mean, he just didn't make us feel like it was our fault because,
right.
Again, I mean,
he was jumping up he was like genuinely getting upset.
He was grabbing the bricks to help us, doing everything. Just one of those really nice kids. And as a mom initially was saying that he's not a great interviewer. And I was like, I don't know who you're talking about because this kid is not the kid that you're talking about. And again, he was just so nice. So go watch that one because you can actually see how authentic and enjoyable he is just to be around.
Right. I agree with you.
Again, a smile I can't fake. He was so nice.
He is, man. He just got a great personality and fun loving and, somebody you want to be around. Likes to fish, by the way, which that's my guy. That's my kind of guy right there. Likes to fish.
That they were showing pictures of all the fish that they've caught.
We did. We enjoyed that time. I know Faith was like, can y'all hurry up and, and finish up with the fish picture so we can finish this interview and get on to the more important stuff. And then also Jay Lamar, running back prospect out of Colquitt County, was one that we talked about this morning. We want everybody to go back and 6 foot, 205 pounds. Auburn needs to add one for sure, if not 2 running backs in this coming up class. To a running back room that's, going to be fairly new, even though you're going to have several familiar faces. It's not the most experienced running back room. So you went from the best running back in the conference in Jarquez Hunter to now Damari Austin, who's going to be the number 1 back, but then you're going to have Jeremiah Cobb and Alvin Henderson and Darrell Robinson all there vying for snaps as well. So just a lot of inexperience, I guess, is the word to come up with there for that running back room. So got to find a couple more guys to add to this coming up class.
I mean, yeah, can we talk about how even before Jarquez, it was Tank Bigsby and then Jarquez? Like, it's always been stacked like that. And not saying it's not stacked now.
Yeah, I mean, just unproven. I mean, now it's these guys' time to step up and be the guy. So, all right, some final notes here. Auburn baseball, they lost the final series to Ole Miss 2 out of 3, but won the final game, finished the season 38-17. 17-13 in the conference, 5th in the conference, but end up getting the 6th seed because there was a tie there at 3rd. So Auburn ends up being the 6th seed. They will play the winner of the Mississippi State Texas A&M game on Wednesday night. So if they were to win that game, they move on to play LSU on Thursday, and so forth and so on. But looks like Auburn secured a regional host bid, and if they can do good enough to get one of the top seeds in the country, would put them in a great situation to be able to host a super regional. So got to get through the regional first.
Watching it.
Yep. All right, Faith, that's going to wrap it up here for the Auburn Blitz. Here again, we want to thank everybody for joining us each and every day here at noon, and we want to remind everybody we'll be back again same time, same place tomorrow, so make sure you lock us in right here on the Auburn Blitz. For Faith Richardson, I am Brett Pritchard saying we have enjoyed it. We hope you have. See you next time.